All right, your next comic coming to you, he has a show called Recovering Commies. He's a favorite here at the Punchline and Cobb's. Give it up real loud for Yuri Kagan. Keep it going for Yuri Kagan.
Thanks for clapping, even though you guys don't know who the fuck I am. If you haven't seen my act before, let me catch you up. Russian Jew gay, Russian Jew gay, Shabbat Shalom, sarcastic comment, oy vey, Russian Jew gay, you get it? You get it? You're on board? In case you didn't catch it, my name's Yuri Kagan. I'm unemployed. Anyone else? Yeah, that's it? That's it? That's the only unemployed people? Really? You guys are lying. I live in a studio apartment about the size of the stage. As a child, I had an unusual obsession with the show Full House. Yeah, slash voodoo dolls for the entire cast. And when I'm in a hurry, sometimes I pee on the toilet seat, go figure. And I've been single most of my life. That, guys? That's what it says on the J-Date profile my mother created for me. Anyone else? J-Date? Really? J-Date, their ad should say it's the one place in the world people will, for some reason, lie about being Jewish. Right? Because no one wants to be Jewish, but for some reason on J-Date, they all lie about it. Like, it's crazy, like, I don't get, no one goes to a plastic surgeon, alright, and goes, I can get a little ski slope nose? No, let's get a Barbara Streisand beak, right? No one does that, alright. I got a couple laughs, none there. My mom, she really did create a profile for me on J-Date. She sends me profiles for people she thinks are appropriate for me. Right? It's ridiculous. It's like, Mom, he's 55 and in jail. How'd you know what I wanted, right? My mom's so crazy though, she's getting to the point where she's like, what about grandkids? What about grandkids? What about grandbabies? I don't want to be an old grandmother. What about grandbabies? It's all about her, right? Her and grandkids. And it's like, Mom, kids don't come out of there. Trust me, I've tried. I like how you're covering your mouth. That was an anal joke. You're welcome. Alright. The truth is, like, I'm in a relationship. Anyone else? Relationships? I'm one of, like, 2 comics that's actually in a relationship. Yeah, whatever. But the thing that happens when you're in a relationship, right, is that it changes the meaning of the word vacation. Right? Like, when you first start dating, you go on vacation, and you're like, all right, are you laughing? You know where this is going? You've been here and seen this? Sorry. When you go on vacation though, right? Like when you first start dating, you know the second you open the hotel door room, the door to the, I can't even talk. The second you open the door, you know they can fuck some shit up, right? You know the second you get in there, you can do something so nasty that the maid is gonna have some shit to clean up, right? Then wait like 2-3 years, maybe 4 years, and then see how that works. Go on vacation, go to Puerto Vallarta maybe, or somewhere like that. They have a buffet. You again? Okay. Bloated? Yeah, me too. All right, good night. Anyone else? Like, I've been in a relationship so long, it's brought new meaning to the word celibacy. Sorry, I meant monogamy. Anyone else? Monogamy, yay! Yeah, gay people try to do it too. Date. Yeah? You wink, she doesn't say anything. Sounds like an awful date. J-Date probably, right? You're welcome. Jesus. I'm Russian. Anyone else? I don't want to know. Normally when I tell people though that I'm Russian, there always has to be someone in the audience who has to be like, I'm Russian too. 5 generations back on my grandfather's side, once removed. Yay, Bolsheviks. Ah, I'm funny. The thing is, you're not Russian if you don't have parents who blatantly scare people. Okay? You're not Russian if you don't have an uncle that no one knows what the fuck he does for a living. Yeah, brag about that. Like, growing up, I had this uncle, none of us ever knew what the fuck he did for a living. but we didn't question it, right? You don't question it because if you are the awkward person to ask my 300-pound uncle what the fuck he does for a living, he'd be like, we import meats. Import meats, yeah. It's weird. It's like Coneheads. We are from France. We import meats. It doesn't make sense. And growing up, I was afraid of the dark. Anyone? And I was afraid of the dark. And my entire family was from the Soviet Union, so you can't be afraid of anything, okay? And I was afraid of the dark, and I would piss myself, and it was really awkward. So I'd tell my grandmother, I'd be like, Grandma, there are monsters under my bed. Leave the light on. My grandmother, she's such a sweet woman. She'd be like, Yuri, no monsters. No monsters, go to sleep. No monsters, mama. Only people who take away people you love. For 20 years, you sink alive in jail. Dies that day. Never see Papa again. That was just a bedtime story. Imagine ghost stories. My name's Yuri Kagan. Thank you.
Keep it going for Yuri Kagan. A gay Russian Jew. The only person that has a harder life than a black man.